Hello everyone, I'm finally making this video. It is currently the 19th of November, which is the due date of when I said it was going to be posted. But this will probably be posted on the 20th, which is tomorrow, or the 21st, which is in 2 days. But I hope you guys enjoy this video, and that's all I gotta say. So about a year ago, Halo Studios made a video showcasing how some of the environments of Halo would look in Unreal Engine 5, and I gotta say, it looks amazing. From what I saw, it looked incredible. In my opinion, everything looked good. Master Chief looked good. The environment looked good. The flood infected Forerunner structure, whatever you want to call it, looked amazing. Everything about that little teaser or test that they made was amazing. And the trailer that they made for Halo Campaign Evolved even looks so much better. Call it meat writing if you want. Well, I am meat writing, but it looked incredible. I'm telling you, like, if you just go back and check it right now, it looks amazing. As you can see currently, Master Chief wielding the energy sword. Halo CE Master Chief, by the way, wielding an energy sword looks amazing. I'm so ready for this feature whenever the game comes out, and I'm pretty sure everybody else will be too. On another note, Halo is a very good franchise. It has a lot of funny stuff in it. It's just an overall good franchise in general. But even though it's a good franchise, it still has some pretty bad products that aren't entirely bad. More, I'd say they're just not as good as everything else. Alright, now, no more yapping. Let's just get right into the main point of this video. So 3 weeks ago, Halo Studios dropped a big surprise on us. They gave us the Halo Campaign Evolved trailer and a 13-minute long video covering half of the mission of the Silent Cartographer. And if you didn't know, Halo Campaign Evolved is technically a remake of Halo CE. Well, not technically, it's just a full remake of Halo CE. Alright, so there's one thing that I'd like to get out of my way first, and is my dislikes and what I do not like about it. Alright, so the number one thing I dislike about the new Halo Campaign Evolved trailer and gameplay video that we saw was that it was Halo Infinite models over Halo CE. And it's not really the biggest thing in the world, like it's blah. It's something to just overlook. But honestly, if you would ask me, I'd say maybe remake the models, and I know it's still in the makes. They still have time to change this, and which they probably are, because they are listening to everybody's feedback, and they are going to fix whatever everybody's having problems about. And like I said, it's not really a big deal. They're going to change it eventually, and it will still be very suitable to us and very fun for us, even if they kept in the Halo Infinite models that they currently have. Alright, now the second thing I really dislike is, like, not technically the environment, but more of the structure designs. In Halo CE, the structure designs were made to look like they were ancient. They had rust on them, they were weared down, and they were made to look futuristically damaged. This last one's going to be a hot take, but I really dislike the fact that you're able to drive the Warthog up to the 2 hunters you encounter on the Silent Cartographer. The main part of the hunters being there is to be challenging, and this ride along with the Warthog just makes it less challenging than it already is. Alright, and you might be confused or shocked, but that was literally all of my complaints about the game. I have no other complaints. Those were the only 3 things that I disliked or just didn't really like about what was going to happen with Halo Campaign Evolved. I'm not like some of the fans of Halo that absolutely dog on every update or news that we get from Halo Studios.
I hate them!
Alright, now we're going to start talking about stuff that I really liked about the trailer and the gameplay that we got. I really like the cinematics and how everything kind of looked, except for the structures, you know, but it looked amazing. You would never expect this from Halo unless you were working on the team as well. You know, there's a big chance GTA 6 is going to look worse than Halo Campaign Evolved. And I'm not saying Halo Campaign Evolved is going to look bad. I'm just saying there's a chance GTA 6 is going to look worse or not as good compared to Halo Campaign Evolved. I know. Crucify me if you want. I'm just not a big fan of GTA 6 right now. Another thing that I like is how the weapons feel. Since it's a remake, they don't feel exactly the same as how they did 25 years ago, but it feels really good compared to how they did 25 years ago. I'm still going to play the OG Halo more than the remake, but still, I just love how the guns look, feel, and sound, and even the animations look amazing. And since I brought up animations, there have been complaints about the recent animations. I know some animations with the Magnum and other guns have been pulled from Halo 5. Well, not really other guns, just the Halo 5 Magnum's animations are put into this game because it's still in the making. This was a demo. You are currently testing it out. It's not going to be as good as you'd expect it to be. And that's what people don't really get. We are still currently making this game. This game is still being made. We got half of a mission. That's the best we could have gotten for a demo. And I'm saying this looks very good for how it's going right now. Sorry, I got a little carried away with other people hating on it. But the animation looks really good. You know, whenever you're moving around in the movement, other than sprinting, because sprinting is completely new, the regular running movement feels exactly like Halo Combat Evolved. It feels amazing. And AI animations feel almost the same, if not practically the same, except for changes with elites and ally movements, with the Marines feeling different, you know? But the Ungoi, Jackals, and the Hunters all have the same movements from what I've seen. They have the same animations. They were directly pulled from Halo Combat Evolved, and I adore that fact. It feels so good. And since we're still on the topic of animations, the way certain weapons feel different than how they originally were give me a sense of, like, this is new. I'm going to like this because this is new. It's new Halo content, and it's not just revamped over with a different game's graphics. Definitely not talking about Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. I have also noticed some new features. There is a hijack now, which is pretty cool. Also, they amped down the damage from vehicles and weapons, which makes sense because in the original Combat Evolved, I'm not complaining, they dealt so much damage. Even if you were on Legendary, you dealt a lot of damage with just a single weapon, which makes sense. It was a game from 2001. They didn't know how to even out the playing fields as much as they do now. And I think these changes to the animations are pretty good. I'm not complaining. They look good for how the game's currently going, and I'm excited to see how they will look whenever the game fully comes out. Another thing that I liked was the audio changes. They completely reworked and re-recorded all voice lines, except for the Ungoi. They haven't changed the Grunts voice lines currently, and I haven't heard anything about the Jackals. But the Elites now speak English. They also have re-recorded lines for Ally Marines, cutscenes, random scenes with Cortana, and they also changed every single one of the weapons' audio effects. I really like this change. Since it's a remake, it should remake and re-record and revamp everything. They should keep some attributes from the original, but implement new changes, which is what they're doing, and it looks currently amazing. Now, with sprinting, on the other hand, everybody dislikes because they say the game wasn't meant for sprint. Well, I beg to differ. The game actually looks good for sprinting, and I feel like that would be good because there are people who like speedrunning and will definitely love this feature. And also, it's not really affecting the game anyways. The sprint is slightly faster. It's not as fast as like Call of Duty or Halo Infinite. It's a little faster. And a cool thing with it is there is no stopping animation from running. So you can instantly get from sprinting and you can instantly start shooting. And I love that fact. I also like how they redid all of the structure. Even though earlier I said I didn't like how it looked wariness wise or worn down wise, I like how the like inside where you're fighting the hunters, I like how the lighting looks and everything. It makes it kind of eerie because the hunters are a scary enemy, and whenever you first encounter them, you get quite scared whenever they drop down and you have to fight them. Also, with how everything's looking currently, the game and the cutscenes and everything looks so good. As you're seeing right now, we are seeing the elite come out of the, yep, right there. Look at that. Beautiful. Even if it's Halo Infinite character models, it looks amazing. Also, they told us that they will be adding 9 new weapons that we've seen from previous Halo games, which I am excited for. I don't really know all the weapons that are being brought in, but I'll tell you one that you'll be able to wield for sure: the energy sword. You heard me right. You'll be able to wield the energy sword now. And many other weapons like the carbine, the needle rifle, and the battle rifle, which I don't know anything else, but they are also adding the sentinel beam. I lied to you. I knew one other. I also think this is cool because it gives us the chance to see how the other weapons would work inside of Halo CE, because we never really got that chance unless we use mods. Now I'd like to talk about what they will be adding to the game and what is to be expected from Halo Studios. I just told you guys about this, but we are getting 9 new weapons, which aren't new, but they're new for Halo Combat Evolved, for Campaign Evolved. We are getting, from the top of my tongue, I can remember Energy Sword, Sentinel Beam. What's the other ones? The Carbine, the Needle Rifle, and the Battle Rifle. That's all I remember. That's 5. There's 4 other ones that we will be expecting that I have no clue that are going to be brought in. What will be expected is that this will be the hardest Halo game ever with Lasso, which is Legendary All Skulls On. They are adding tons of new skull multipliers, and they said this is the most multipliers that they will have in any of the Halo games. And in the future, because they will be remaking Halo 2 and 3 too, or 3 and 2 also, they will be adding even more, which is going to make those games harder than the originals. I personally am really excited to see what multipliers we will get and what difficulty changes will be happening. Because I saw a single clip already of the hunters on legendary mode, and the dude instantly died the second he walked in. The player, I mean. I don't know who it was. I just saw a little snippet of it on Facebook, but other than that, I'm expecting full a full hard time whenever I'm playing Lasso. I played Lasso, Halo CE Lasso once, and it was a pain for me. And maybe in the future I'll do Halo 2 Lasso, but Halo 2 Lasso, well, Halo 2 Remake Lasso will probably be even harder than Halo Campaign Evolved Lasso. And I am currently getting really excited and stoked for this because I am excited to see how hard this will be. Because I love having challenges in Halo. It looks amazing from what we are currently seeing. Now, the very last thing I'd like to talk about is the Flood. They will be completely remaking the Flood. They're going to be adding the pure form, and they said this game is going to have the exact horror aesthetics that it had whenever the game first came out. And I'm really excited for this. Because when I first played Halo, when I was 3 years old, believe me, I was 3 years old playing this game, I was terrified of the Flood. And I've been terrified of the Flood ever since 2 years ago. And then I stopped being scared of the Flood until I started playing Legendary. And I was terrified of the Flood again because they are powerful. But with the campaign evolved, I wonder if they're going to make a skull multiplier that makes it so Flood forms explode when they die, like into green bloody mist. That would be amazing. I would actually like to see that. That'd be pretty cool to see. But yeah, that was the last thing I'd like to talk about. And if I missed anything, I would like for you guys to comment down saying that I missed certain things and I didn't cover these facts that you wanted me to cover. But other than that, that's it. I really appreciate everyone that has watched this video. I have stuttered a lot the whole time because this is my first time talking into the mic for a YouTube video. This is a whole new experience for me. I got into YouTube a couple years ago, and all I would do was post little clips and videos of just me playing video games. Now I'm actually putting in more work and taking time out of my day to do it, and I'm excited to see what will happen in the future. And I'm excited to see my community, which I only have 40 subscribers, which I am grateful for, but I'm excited to see my community grow from this point on. Expect more videos from me in the future. I am going to be posting way more often now than I ever have been. Also, I'd like for you guys to check out my Twitch, which I'll put it in the description. Also, it's in my channel, in my links. Twitch TV/ Dread the Nut, if that's what it is. But I appreciate everybody for watching this. I hope everyone has a good day, and I'll see ya.